We are at this garden slash park place, and this is where the real Parisians can come. You could tell, because like no one else is around here except for people that are jogging. And we were looking for a geocache, and it said the cave. So we found a cave, and I went climbing up it, which was not dangerous, but I could have slipped. But we didn't find it because my Google Maps dot is not updating, so like I don't know where anything is, and that's important for the geocache to know where you are, because now we're just guessing, like, look at our surroundings. But now we're going to find another one because we gave up on that one. Meh, so depressing. Now we're in the city, Puteaux I think it's called, and this is where my mom and dad used to live, and so we just came to see what it was like. And there's an well, this area is called La Défense, but it's in Puteaux, if that's what you call it. I don't know. I suck at pronouncing French terms. So, it's just like a businessy area with tall buildings and stuff. But on our way here, there was a park, as you saw, and we were geocaching. And then, but that was like a little bit further down. You had to like go back up and then cross over to get to this. And so I was like, oh, okay, let's turn on this road, because it looked like a major road. So I was like, let's just turn on that, and that will be like safer than going in the park and like more straightforward. And so we turn on the road, and like there's this girl with like neon yellow shoes, and we're like, is she a prostitute? It's like, I don't know, because she was wearing like pants, but they were like really tight, and a shirt that was like really tight too. But and like, who wears neon shoes? There was like no one on this road. There were like cars driving, but like no one really walking except for this other guy that was just sitting there on his suitcase. And I was like, I don't think she is one. Or like, I don't know, she's just kind of weird. And then she starts like yelling across the street, because she was on the other side, like some French terms, and we weren't answering. And then she said, cigarette? No? And we were just like, no, like, stop bothering us, bye. And like, I'm not gonna get close to you, nasty, that's scary. And so we keep on walking, and like the further like we get into this road, the more and more prostitutes there are. And like it starts to get really obvious that they are. They're like hiding, like, okay, there's the road and then the sidewalk and then like the garden bushy area. They're like hiding like into the bushes, like sitting on these chairs that are there, like wearing really tight short dresses. Like those were just the first ones wearing dresses, and like they were so obvious. And then we get like a little bit further down, and like they're starting to get worse and worse. Like just fishnet toppings with like, I wouldn't describe it a bathing suit, but like skimpy bathing suit looking thing. Something you buy at like one of those sex shops. Like disgusting looking. Like this girl had her full butt cheeks out. It's like, oh, and then there kept on being these white vans that would drive by where we think we're the pimps. And the road was called like Rue Marguerite or something like that. A road I will never go on ever again. It was so scary. And then like me and Miranda kept on thinking, are they gonna like try to kidnap us and put us into like the sex trade? The girls weren't like young or anything, but you never know. Like, I don't know. And then there were like and then some of the vans were stopped, and they all had like a guy in them, and a few cars were stopped with just like a bunch of girls in them too, like a pack of them. And on one of the back of the cars, it said like accepts Visa and like all these different credit cards and stuff. I was like, okay. It was clearly saying prostitute, but now it's like even clearer. They were prostitutes. And I was so scared. Me and Miranda were like running down the street, not like jogging, but like walking really fast, like do not stop, do not stop. My feet were hurting. It's like, we cannot stop. And Miranda might have stepped on a condom, and now we're sitting down on this thing, and there's a condom by our foot. And it's like, can we get away from this? Like, this is disgusting. And so now we're just in the city just to see this arc, and it's like, we're riding the metro back. I don't care. We are not walking back to that creepy road. And I think on Google Maps, they should have roads like that are marked as creepy. Like, that's not safe. And like, how are you supposed to know? Oh, and on the geocache thing, it said, don't do it at night. And then one had like a winky face, and I thought like, oh, there's probably just like homeless people. But it's like, well, when we were over there, it was like 1 PM, so I was like, oh, like it'll be fine. Like homeless people, they're just like, I don't know, I don't think they're gonna do anything to you. But then it turns out there are prostitutes everywhere with pimps that were gonna bring us into the sex trade, drug us and kill us. But we're safe now. Now we're gonna look for the ark. You know how we walked all the way from that creepy way? We could have just walked straight from the Arc de Triomphe. How pretty is that view? Just gorgeous.
So we're in this restaurant, and it's called Pomme de Pain, and Erica wanted to come here to get herself a little croissant sandwich, or not croissant sandwich, baguette sandwich. And okay, so the menu said number 4 was the thing Erica wanted. So we come, and I have to order because I'm the only one that speaks any French. Although I don't speak very much French, just kind of teeny-weeny. But so I go up there and I say, I want a number 4, and in French, and I don't really understand what the lady's saying, and the girl's saying it. She's like, 4, and I was like, yeah, and then she asks, do we want to stay, like, take away or eat here? And but we didn't know what she was, or I didn't know what she was saying. So then she had to go ask another girl, like, how do you say that in English? And then so then we say here, and then she goes back and she's like, okay, so you want 4? And we were like, yeah. And so then she starts putting out 3 trays on the thing, and we're like, what? And we're the only people ordering, so we're like, why is she putting out 3 trays? And so me and Erica think, oh my god, she thinks we mean we want 4 of number 4. It's like, no, we just want 1 number 4. So I had to go, excusez-moi, simple, and she was like, okay. And then so she goes and she like goes and changes the order or whatever, and just leaves 1 tray out there. And then she asks what drink. So Erica wanted this drink, Oasis. And then she asked us another question. We think she went what size drink, because they had it in a bottle and in a can, but we weren't sure if that's what she said. So I turned to Erica, and Erica goes, ew, ew, ew. And like she says little size. Okay, so she says, okay, do you want dessert? And we were like, yeah. And so I say we want a gaufre sucre, which is a sugar waffle. And then someone puts the dessert on her plate, and it's not a sugar waffle, it's like a flan. And I had heard her say gaufre sucre, so I knew that she heard me. We were just like, why is she gonna give us this little flan thing? What? And then so then we're like, is that our tray? Is that our tray? What is that? And so then she puts the sandwich on there, and she looks down and she's like, oh, and she changes it to the gaufre, not the flan or whatever. And then so like we go to take the tray, but she doesn't do any kind of like, here's your tray. She just kind of leaves it there. And so it's like we go over to take our tray, and we're like, okay, is that it? Do we like, it's all our stuff, but like, is she gonna give us anything else? So then we just like grab it, and then she's like getting something else, and I was like, is that for us or is that for someone else? And then so I look up at her like, and she's just like, yeah. And so we just walked away. We were like freaking out.